All right, I wanted to make a quick video about the VA loan and making your offer and waiving your appraisal contingency. A lot of people scared me to death when I was new in the business. It actually took me until about 4 years of being a real estate agent to realize that when a VA buyer waives their appraisal contingency, at least here in the state of California, we have what's called the FVAC. That there covers FHA and VA buyers for if there's a discrepancy in the appraisal. So let's say you put a house in escrow for $530,000 and the appraisal comes back at $525,000. Well, what do we do about that $5,000? Well, now we're in a situation, right? Usually people say, oh, I didn't have appraisal contingency, so I can't negotiate. Bull. You can, right? So you're in what's called tidewater if it's a FHA, or I'm sorry, if it's a VA loan. If it's an FHA loan, you just have an appraisal discrepancy. And what you do, first things first, is you say, hey, seller, please reduce the purchase price to $525,000, right? Of course, the seller's first instinct is going to say, hey, buyer, bring $5,000 extra to closing and pay that extra because you said you would pay it to me, right? And who knows how it's going to go? You may love the house and you're willing to bring that extra $5,000, but you may also not have that $5,000 and you look for your family and nobody has it to give to you. So you're like, well, I'm sorry, seller, I just can't. The only way we can move forward is if you move that price down to $525. Now here's the thing, asking them to move the price to $525, asking them to change the contract, it gives them the way out, right? And what they can do is they can say no, and then they can give you a notice to perform. So now you have to perform as the original contract. The only choice you have is to pay that extra $5,000, right? They can say, yes, we'll reduce the price to $525, especially you're a VA guy, you fought for our country, and this professional appraiser didn't agree with your price and didn't agree with what I accepted as the price, right? So we'll take that $5,000 hit. Or they can say, let's meet somewhere in the middle. Maybe you can afford to bring $1,000 extra. So now, instead of $530, we dial it to $526. You have an extra $1,000 to bring to closing. My point is that if you waived your appraisal contingency in the beginning, you're not out of luck. You're protected. Because if you can't get to an agreeable spot with the seller, you say, hey, reduce to $525. He says, no, proceed. And you say, I can't. Now you can say, cancel the contract based on the appraisal with the FVAC demanding and telling the seller, you must give the deposit back for that reason.